Why do we encourage women to clip their wings and then let them wonder why they cannot fly? When we talk about women from marginalized cultural groups, many people picture women from remote, niche communities, stranded islands, or even distant villages. But the truth is, these women are present all around us, in every neighborhood, street corner, and cafe. It's the indigenous woman restricted from dreaming beyond the boundaries and forced by her own community. It's the immigrant mother working multiple jobs, told by society that her value lies only in her sacrifices and never in her dreams. It's the young woman from an underrepresented neighborhood struggling to get higher education in a biased and racist system. These struggles aren't shaped by one factor, but by multiple layers. This is known as intersectionality, an idea introduced by legal scholar Kimberly Crenshaw. Intersectionality refers to the overlapping discrimination based on race, gender, and class. It creates unique experiences of oppression. But if given the right opportunities and the right resources, these women have the potential to achieve their dreams. Yet the unfortunate reality is that they are deprived of the very permission to dream in the first place. If only women from marginalized cultural groups could dream bigger. This is a dream jar. Inside it, you'll see scraps of paper representing the dreams of women. This lid symbolizes the golden path that was prescribed for women. It's meant to keep them safe, or in some cases, just a rationale for this to be morally right. Be cautious, they say. What's the point of higher education if you're just going to get married? Or, don't talk too much. No one likes a loud woman. These words swim across generations, confining women and shrinking their dreams. Let's dig a little deeper into where these aspects stem from. The first phase of deprivation in women is societal expectations. Women are often told to adjust and accommodate to others. Cliché sayings such as, you should focus on family values, or you should have children by now, are just a few factors. Let's take a look at someone who not only defied these demeaning sayings, but chose to rise above them. Kamala Harris, a trailblazing politician and the first female vice president of the US, got criticized for not having children to humble her by Republicans. This situation reminds me of Patricia Hill Collins' study of the matrix of domination. The matrix is about different levels of power and how it operates everyday life. But instead of listening to these devaluing comments, Kamala chose to challenge them instead. Let's go back to stability, which is a very important role to recognize. But at what cost? Our dreams are sacrifices for stability. Subsequently, we have the parental and community expectations. The gravity of these expectations, traditions, and values all burden women, overall putting shackles on their dreams. Picture this: a young woman standing at the crossroads of life, trying to figure out which path she should choose that won't let all the significant people in her life down. She eventually will have to sacrifice someone's, and it feels easier to sacrifice her own to keep everyone else happy. This woman reminds me of someone very dear to me, my sister. As the eldest in our family, she has responsibilities indebted to her title. A silent protector, balancing the weight of cultural and parental expectations. She also plays a very big role of guidance for me. And just like how impossible it seems to unscrew my sister's dream jar, there are many other women with the same, if not worse, experience. Take Mindy Kaling, for example. She was also the eldest in her family, and she was not only obligated to succeed, but ground her family together. After her mother's tragic death, Mindy became the backbone of her family. Mindy always had a passion for the film industry, but societal norms suggested that she should provide support and focus on family values. Instead, she cut ties to these norms and now is famous for making two successful television series, Never Have I Ever and The Office. Mindy, is a true inspiration. The second phase is these superficial beliefs turning into internalized principles. Being constantly surrounded by advice, such as you're not doing good enough, or that your role is predetermined, becomes imprinted in our thoughts. The social learning theory by Albert Bandura suggests that people learn new behaviors by observing and imitating others. This means that even being surrounded by women who follow these superficial expectations causes their children, their siblings, and their sisters to follow and imitate the exact same behavior. The environment molds the neural patterns in our brains, making these beliefs feel true even when they're not. And generationally, these beliefs get passed down where mothers unconsciously teach their daughters the same limitations they were once taught. This reflects vividly on Judith Butler's essay on gender performativity. Gender performativity suggests that repeated social behaviors turn into gender norms, which create a very traditional perspective. And when people act a certain way in a pattern among others, it causes everyone else to act the same way depending on their gender. Tinted glass is like internalized beliefs. They shade and distort the way women see their potential. When the glass is shattered, their untapped power becomes clear and visible. But there is hope, and it begins with reconditioning these neural patterns in our brains. Neuroscience indicates that the brain is capable of extraordinary change, which we call neuroplasticity. By consciously provoking and rewriting these internalized beliefs, women can escape generations worth of limitations. But dreaming bigger, for the sake of ambition, is not all there is to it. It's about redefining the fabric of our societies. Empowering communities is simply one factor resulting in empowering women. They bring out equality in the world, boost economic advancements, and even inspire future generations. IMF states that increasing women's employment boosted their growth and their economic income. This shows that empowering women can benefit anyone and everyone. As Michelle Obama once said, there's no limit to what we as women can achieve. So now, I welcome you to answer. What does it take to lift this lid of our dream jars and let our dreams fly? What can we do as a society to help these women, especially the ones in marginalized cultural groups? Because dreams without barriers create a flourishing world. Let this seal become transparent to all the women so they can finally have the freedom and ability to dream as big as possible. Thank you.